Besides acting as a color picture wrap around your model, images can be used to affect all sorts of aspects of your materials. Let's take a look. Now, if I click on the material, which is nested within the shell outer material mask, we can see in the properties panel below all the different aspects or attributes of that material that we can change. And there's also some edge tabs which house even more parameters that are changeable. So how do we get an image map to modulate or interact with these various attributes? Well, the answer lies right in this column here. So if I go here, by default, Modo places an image map as a diffuse color. However, if I use this little drop-down menu here, we can look at all the different types of ways that an image can affect the surface of your model. So let's take a look at some basic channels here. Right now, we are on diffuse color, but what if I wanted to make this, let's just say roughness. Okay, now let's set that to roughness. Now you're not going to see anything in OpenGL for the most part. These are certain attributes of a surface that are best seen through a full-blown render. So I'll usually go up to the little preview render icon there, and that brings up a preview window panel, and now we can see we are actually viewing a render. Now, like I said, certain attributes of a material depend upon how the light is bouncing off of the surface of your object. And if we look here where the reflection of the light is, we can see how the roughness actually affects that surface. Now, since there are so many different types of attributes that you can apply or effects that you can apply to your surface, they make it easy by having a search bar at the top of the drop-down panel. You could just simply type in the name of the effect that you are looking for, and let's try something different. Let's try a bump map in this case. And if you look, type in bump, you'll see that right off the bat there are many different types of bump, including bumps for different render engines, and we'll just select the standard bump. And if you look now in the render window, you can actually see the hexagonal image map being applied to the material as a bump map. Now, if I change the image's blending mode to anything other than normal, I can have it actually interact with the material's bump map attribute here. So change that to 10 millimeters, and we can see that the bump map is now a little bit more pronounced. And I can turn off the other images so that we can see that a little more clearly. There you go. Now, as you go through applying materials to your model, you're going to find it's real important to have a good lighting setup to start with. And Modo's default lighting setup is really just made for sort of an outdoor basic lighting, not really for good product shots. So in the next video, I'll show you a couple of methods to set up some lighting in your scene so you can continue to texture your model with the best possible environments.